So what does winter actually look like for a dumpster rental business? That's a really great question, and I would love to know, but I currently don't. When I started my dumpster rental business about a year ago, I didn't have customers really until the beginning of March. Any type of consistency, I may have had one, maybe two in the previous months before that, but March was really where things started to pick up from absolute zero basically to at least something. So for my dumpster rental business right now, going into wintertime, this is the middle of January, and hopefully we can get to March for me to go back to increasing in rentals. For me, I'm just telling you my mindset. My mindset currently for wintertime is trying to first of all, limit my liabilities. If there's any type of trim or things I can cut out in my budget, in outgoing, expenses, operating expenses, I'm trying to limit those. I'm not trying to increase my overall debts across the board here. I'm simply wanting to maybe consolidate, and worst case scenario, what does it look like? Could I get through this next month? In January as well as all of February, could I get through until March, where hopefully, ideally, things start picking up again? If you are in the middle of starting your dumpster rental business right now, I would just say to you, depending on where you're at in the country, your location, I would suggest, March would be the earliest you're going to probably be able to get customers going into this, season, so plan according for that. But going really into spring, I would suggest, have your ducks in a row, ready to go, really before a hair before spring starts, because that's really what's going to help propel you and be available. Whether you have one dump trailer, whether maybe you buy a whole bunch of more, dumpster cans, a roll-off trailer, whatever that may look like. That's my recommendation to you. Basically, at the beginning of March will be my technical 1 year of actually renting things out. I've been in business several months longer than that. It's been over a year that I've been in business now. But as far as seeing what a full year of dumpsters look like for me, this is what it's going to look like for me. So at some point I will be putting out numbers and sharing more information about where I'm going to be at in my first, from my first dumpster rental till a year from then. That'll be probably, I think March 2nd was my very first dumpster. So maybe at the beginning of March, I'll do a video to share the total that I've gone through for that. But wintertime in my dumpster rental business, really, I'm not wanting to expand. I'm not trying to go crazy with things, but I am trying to make sure that I am managing my finances well. I'm preparing myself even now for that springtime, looking into advertising, looking to hit the ground running when I get to that point. I don't want to miss out on opportunities. I don't want to be already behind going right into that busy season. So that's kind of where I'm at for my business. Wintertime is obviously the time for more residential customers who don't want to be out doing these things. It's going to probably limit the amount of customers you're going to get that are doing their own projects. Of course, maybe there's always going to be residential customers who are moving. They probably less of them in winter, but people who have to move still have to have a dumpster probably to be able to make that happen for them. So I can tell you for my Facebook ads, I've targeted people who have just moved or who are about to move and those kind of things. Those situations are still happening, and it's kind of inevitable. So I'm still kind of working through those things, but wintertime certainly does drop off on the residential side. The commercial side, I can just share with you, I did have a little bit of a dip this Christmas and New Year's time. Some folks had the virus, but overall, the commercial side, the few connections that I do have in this last year that I built up, they're still maybe just 20% slower, maybe 30 at the most, I guess. I am still going with the commercial side, but that did decrease. I would say during the wintertime, the residential side is maybe down 50%, maybe even a little bit less, even more than that, I guess. So a significant drop off as far as the residential side, but not as much on the contractor commercial side. So anyways, I just want to share that with you, kind of my mindset for the wintertime, what I'm doing now, what I'm looking at for the near future, hopefully spring, around the corner. I don't want to be caught not prepared. So if you're starting your business now, really, there's lots of little small things you need to do, kind of behind the scenes, to get things prepared, ready to go. If you're somebody else who's already been running your business probably longer than I have, in my mindset, maybe this is probably already yours as well. Do all the things that you wish you could do now when it is the slower time, so that when you actually need to be able to execute on those things, you're ready to go when you're actually turning dumpsters all the time. I consider this an exciting period because I want to be able to have my ducks in a row later on. So it's almost like a game to me that I can get all these other random things figured out and put together, so that when it's really the go time, when the clock starts with springtime, boom, I'm ready to go. So that's kind of my thought process there. Let me know down in the comments below if this was a help to you. If it was, just consider subscribing. I do just want to share my thoughts with you as I'm learning and growing, scaling my business. It's exciting for me. It's scary for me. At the end of the day, I want to be tactful about each step that I take. What am I spending my time on, my money on, especially in the lean time as well as the meatier time. I want to be careful with that. So hopefully this has helped you. Let me know in the comments below, and hopefully you have a great day. Stay safe, guys.